Okay, so back to normal. I'm gonna jump in and kind of pick all the pairs we're gonna be watching this week based on what we see. So right now in the daily, I'm sorry, I just got done working out and didn't realize I was gonna be short of breath here. Looks like on the weekly we broke through for this week so far after a big rejection. So this bar hasn't closed yet though. So for me, it's not 100% relevant that this is broken through. It might be creating a longer tail bar and actually going to the downside. So whenever you have a bar forming, it's hard to make a decision based on that. We're at the end of February right now, and this is what's happened this week or this month so far. So it's been a very, very bullish month overall. But I don't know. We might be able to. We might be breaking through. We might be coming back. I don't know yet. February started right here where this vertical crosshair is or whatever. So yeah, we've kind of climbed. This is a tough one for me. I'm not 100% sure which direction I would expect this to go, but I'll watch it because we're at the end of the month pretty much. So I want to kind of see where we're standing for next month. USD CHF made a little bit of money off of this last week. It's just going to depend. Daily, no real opinion on it from a daily standpoint. We might be coming down. We might be on the other side of a pyramid here. Just in case you're new to the channel, draw that in for you. Where's it at? There it is, brush. So it looks like that. So on the other side of the pyramid. Damn, that was really bad, sorry. Let's try that again. Something like this. Damn, that's bad too. Something like that. There we go. So maybe we're coming back down to this key level, this orange level. This is a CHF cross pair, so it's a little bit more sporadic than I like it to be, or erratic than I like it to be. Meaning, look at how choppy and crazy the bars just appear, even though they're actually creating shapes. They're creating formations. It's just not as clean as some of these other pairs. I do think that we're gonna have an opportunity to go low or go short and drop this down further. So I'll watch it. I don't think we got a big opportunity today though, or maybe we set something up for tomorrow. Yeah, it's not really respecting that 50 much. So I don't know. Maybe it's respecting the 50 on the 4, but that doesn't really help me as far as how my entries usually work. I'll keep watching that. CAD, USD CAD. We saw it drop in last week. That was a really, really clean play. But then it came up and broke right through those levels. I wanted to drop down again. Broke a little bit further than it needed to go based on the way I like to take my entry. I wanted to bounce off of this pivot and the 50. It went through that. So I don't know. I'd watch it, but I wouldn't necessarily be looking to trade this right now. This crazy big bar from today. This is in a kind of a weird spot, no man's land type spot, so I'm not watching this. Even though we just closed out 5%. I don't think there's opportunity there for me. I think there's opportunity on these NZD pairs because of where we're at the key level. So that orange line is a key area, and we've seen it bounce off of that a couple times here. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, and then maybe this is a 5th. So I'm gonna watch it. One of the things I always want to see is deceleration, exhaustion, and then a reversal. So we're looking at stuff like this. You see how it kind of got tired. You see this engulfing bearish bar, meaning that it took over the previous bar, and then it kind of stagnated and then dropped like crazy. That's what I like to see. I like to trade off of this. You see what I'm saying? This is a reversal bar, and then we take that lower. And that's what I would be looking for. I'd look for a couple bars and then drop off. So late this week, early next week type of play. But I'll watch it to try to see if it actually develops. Okay. NZD JPY, not necessarily the same situation here. Probably not going to watch this. We're kind of playing a channel for a little while here. And we're kind of in a weird spot because we're above that 50 MA on the weekly. I don't think I can really call the direction at this time. So no, we're not gonna watch that one. NZD CHF. This is one I should have made a lot of money on. I ended up just breaking even because I missed out on Friday. Got lazy. There's no really other way to put that. It happens. It's, you know, we're human. But yeah, I missed this. Could have got out right in here and would have made, what is that? I don't know if this, for some reason it doesn't want to show me. Okay. 4%. So that's how that would look. Interesting to say the least. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, I'm fine with it. 4%. Win some, you lose some. Still ended up making 18%. Identified on the week. This one was really important because it was an actual live entry. I got into this as I saw it happen, and we got triggered in. So it would have been nice to gain that 4% there, but didn't happen. So whatever. And then we had these two back-to-back, which would have been 5%. So now we're at 9% that I missed live entries for the week. If I look at this, I think that we're coming up on hitting this key level again and then probably bouncing off of it. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this. From a daily standpoint, this is a huge candle. So no, I don't want to trade immediately off of it. I want to see some exhaustion and then take that down. That's just how I like to do it. GBP USD. I don't know if I really have much of an opinion here. It looked like we were turning around, a little pullback, and then higher. Well, actually lower than previous because we're sideways now. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I expect out of GBP USD. You see how sideways it's been. Yeah, this one might be more of a distraction than anything else for me at this point. Yeah, so I'll probably cut that out. GBP, NZD. Maybe a similar situation. Can't really call it. We had a lot going on, I know that. I gotta do something on this tagging to make it a little cleaner. Obviously we want to have that in there so we can tell what's happening and, you know, stay on top of things that way, but okay. Anyways, so looking past just the text, what do I see here? This is a beautiful move downwards, and it just textbook played right off of there. I haven't had it in a while to where the left leg of the pyramid reversal strategy completely mimicked the right leg. So what I mean is, it hasn't been very clean. It's been a lot of moving around, kind of sideways as it stair steps up. On this, we saw a big reaction off of these levels. So there's like a level right in here between this 618 and maybe say this 200 EMA, where there's been price just bouncing off of this area, bouncing off of this area. So I think we probably go down to maybe baseline. But I don't know if it's like enough room there for me to really make money off of the move, more than just like observe what's going on. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it doesn't feel like I can play this short and actually make money reliably. You know, one of the biggest things in trading is like taking high probability positions. If they're not there, they're not there, and you keep moving. You know, maybe you don't trade a whole bunch that week. That's why I'm a strong proponent against like trading for income, because it kind of puts you in this mindset of that you have to trade. And the truth is I don't feel like, you know, right now we really need to be doing that. You got to understand, man, I look at stuff like this, 11% at the end of January, and then we're at 2% for this month. I'm still at 13% for the first 2 months of the year. And, you know, a lot of people are looking at, you know, 10% as a total for the year. So why would I rush this? Why would I put myself in a situation where I have to make a move? You know, I don't. Not making a move is a move as well. So sometimes you sit on the sideline and wait for your opportunity. We're trying to snipe positions. We're not machine gunning. We're actually trying to find situations we can snipe and make money in that way, if that makes sense. I would have expected a bounce off of this level down. So my assumption would be incorrect here, and so what would be smart is to kind of look here and see why is it going up, and also why was I wrong in my assumption. Yeah, I was looking for a big reaction off of this level. So I'll watch this just to be educated on how that moved. This looks like the same predicament. We're at a key level, but it's going above and beyond it for some reason. Maybe something worth watching. But this is like a known key level. Just this area in general, actually, this zone. So I don't know why I had it at 20% like that. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna make all this stuff smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna get through the GBP pairs and then we'll make another video. Anyways, okay, so this was in between. Yeah, I remember this. So this channel has been kind of respected, and I told myself last week that I wouldn't want to trade in here because we're in the middle of the channel, so it could go up or down, and that's exactly what it did. It went up, down, up, down, up, down, like this, all over the place, sporadic, but ultimately pretty sideways. So no, this isn't something I want to trade right now. It's just not. It's not set up for the way that I like to trade. So again, there's a reason why I can take a pass and feel okay with it. Big reaction from last week or last month that I was expecting this to go lower. If you see right there, based on where we were at the channel, and then drop down. So yeah. But it didn't play out the way I expected it, so let it go, let it be. GBP, AUD, let's see what we got. This does look like it might fall from here because we're overextended towards the high side over by the key level. I need more reason than that. See if I can find it. And if I don't find it, that's fine too. We're being supported by 50 EMA, just kind of sitting there. It looks like there was some downward pressure. Even the MACD was kind of showing it a bit. But ultimately, it looks like there wasn't enough push to go down. This was this is Friday. It went up like that, dropped back in, pulled back. So I could have probably saw this, right? Pull back, and then I drop down. So maybe I draw this in and then wait for an opportunity to enter short. So it's gonna look like this. So we're on the same page here. Not much of a move, to be real, and that's because our risk to reward, the pivot point is kind of jacked up because of the big move yesterday, so it kind of threw the average off a bit. But maybe if we shoot at previous lows, you know, make it worth our while, 271, something like that. Again, hypothetical, and then I want to look for it to kind of go sideways and pull back in, probably around right in here, for it to for me to trigger an entry, real-time entry to take this lower. So I'll check back on this later on today for that reason. GBP AUD is what that is. Okay, so let's flip to the next one.